What's up, you guys? Welcome to the Mango Grove. My name is Krisha, and this is today's Ethereum analysis video. Now, before we get into the analysis, I want to wish each and every one of you, as well as your families, a very, very happy new year. I really hope this one, well, turns out to be better than the last one. I don't think it's going to take much, right? But I really hope that this is going to be a prosperous year for all of you guys. All right, so let's do it the Mango way, getting into 2021. Now, I want to try and keep this video as short as possible. Ethereum USD is clearly in a macro uptrend. We did close a bunch of very important candles just yesterday, right? We ended the year, so we closed a yearly candle. We ended the quarter, so we closed a quarterly candle, as well as a monthly candle with that. We haven't closed the weekly yet. We'll be closing that in about 2 days. But the way I want to be dissecting this video is, well, we'll start off with the monthly and then we'll kind of drill down onto those lower time frames. Okay, like I said, I want to keep this nice and short. I want to start off with the ETHUSDT chart because that is going to be the chart that really tells us whether or not ETH is in a bull market. Okay, that is always going to be the first question. As traders, that is the first question that we really need to get an answer to. Are we in a bull market or are we in a bear market? And that answer is going to be given to us on the USD pairing. Now that that has been said, let's first actually get on to, well, the Mango dashboard and see what the Mango dashboard is telling us about that macro trend on Ethereum. So this is currently that 4-day time frame, which is the Mango time frame. The Mango time frame for ETHUSD is, well, it gave us a long trend change. This one came in around 56 days ago. That was around November 7th. Okay, and if you took a long on this trend change right here, you are currently up 82.46%. That was a nice chunky win for anyone who caught it. Now, ETHBTC, now this is what's interesting here, right? ETHBTC on the Mango dashboard gave us a short trend change. Okay, now this one came in around 10.2 days ago. That's like very specific. But yeah, 10 days ago, which was pretty much, well, December 23rd. Okay, December 23rd. If you took a short on FBDC when this came in, you are currently up 9.87%. Okay, so now we have, so it's telling us that, okay, Ethereum USD is doing extremely well. We are in a macro uptrend. However, Ethereum is not performing as well as Bitcoin. Okay, Bitcoin's trend has been friggin' intense. Guys, we're at 30K. So it's a very interesting picture, but I want to kind of dissect that FBDC chart to see if we might be taking a turn. Now, like I said, I'll be doing that pretty much at the end of the video. I'll try and link a timestamp below just so, you know, it's easy for you guys to navigate. But now let's get onto the charts and see what, well, ETHUSD is up to. Now, for those of you who have been watching my videos for some time, you guys know the drill. You guys know the drill. We'll be starting off with those high-level horizontals. Now, I think it'll be moot to mark anything away from current price action because I think the trend is bloody bullish. Ethereum USD has been in an uptrend since, well, March 2020. Okay, so yes, after all this time, you know, despite all these moves, these pullbacks to the downside, we have not lost the macro uptrend. All right, so this is telling me that Ethereum USD is in a bull market, period. It's done. It's over. As soon as it took out this top right here, that was the first thing that established that Ethereum is in a bull market. We are currently in an uptrend. Okay, now, like I said, we'll be starting off with those high-level horizontals, so let's go ahead and plot those in. Beautiful. So we have 1 point of, well, I'd say support right around here. This is coming in at $389. Okay, and I believe we have 1 point. I'm going to zoom into this price action. Cool beans. And I believe 1 point of, well, wow, support. Support right around $711. That's a nice number. 711. And the next point of resistance comes in, at least this is all on the monthly time frame, guys. The next point of resistance for Ethereum comes in only at 1,157. Now, from the current point of support, it was resistance then, now turns support. I want you to notice how that month of December closed over 711 resistance. Okay, so now that's resistance turns support. Questions, can we hold? If I really had to place my bets on this right now, I think we hold. Okay, maximum, if we do have to have a dip, I'll say we could see a dip to $672. But that is the range that I'll be looking at from 711 to, well, 672. What is happening with my tools? Jesus. Okay, 711, 672, that is a good 5% to the downside. But if we do have to see continuation from here, okay, that's 711 all the way up to that next point of resistance sitting at 1,150. That is going to be a good 62% to the upside. 62%. That is the monthly range that Ethereum has entered into. And I think it's a rather neat range. But this is what Ethereum is doing on the monthly time frame. I personally believe that we have taken out monthly resistance. Okay, but now let's go ahead and pan on over to that weekly time frame, because remember, we have yet to close this week. This weekly candle closes in 2 days. Okay, now this is the region that I'm looking at. That's 711. I want you to notice how we have not had a weekly close over that region yet. Okay, there hasn't been a weekly close. And if I just zoom out of this picture, this is also relevant. This line of resistance is also relevant on that weekly time frame. Okay, so I'll be for the next weekly close at the very least. If I want to see strength on ETHUSD's chart, I will be looking for price to close over that region. I think a close over that region is going to sort of tip me off on another push to the upside. Now, if we manage to close over that 711 region on the next weekly close, I will be looking for continuation going all the way up to, well, the first point of resistance on the weekly is coming in at 834. Allow me to change that color to just distinguish between our monthly and weekly levels. So it's coming in at 834. After that, the volatility is going to pick up. Okay, so I do believe that the next point of, well, resistance, as soon as we actually break $834, is only going to come in here at around 1,225-ish. Okay, now I know that a lot of people are looking at this $980 region. I do believe that, yes, we could potentially get a stop there. But if I really had to place my bets on the next point of resistance, I'd say we may get a stutter stop at $980, but only to go ahead and move further up to $1,200. Okay, this, like I said, this is going to be a volatile range, and that's why I really like playing Ethereum. It does extremely well on ranges, and the ranges are super profitable. Okay, whether you are a bull or a bear, now because we are in a bull market, it makes sense to, well, take the trade to the upside. That's how I am playing it. That is the mango way, and I fully intend on playing the cycle the mango way. Now, this is ETHUSD on the weekly time frame. What I'll be looking for, now remember, is price closing over $715 on that next close. Okay, we close this in about 2 days. We close over that region, I'm seeing continuation. If we close under, then we're likely going to get another test of $675. Okay, now this is ETHUSD on the weekly. Let's quickly get onto the daily, and then we can call it there. I'm actually going to go ahead and put on my Ichimoku Cloud for this one. Okay, actually, you know what? Let's go quickly pan on over back to the weekly time frame, because I did not dissect this on the Ichimoku. I want to see what the cloud is telling us on that weekly. And what do you know? Look at this. This is beautiful. This was a beautiful edge to edge on that weekly cloud. And this is why cloud is king. Okay, it gives you these support and resistance regions. And sometimes it could be as profitable as this one right here. I'm going to go ahead and switch off all my lines. Okay, I'm also going to take out my, my 50 moving average. Apologies. And boom. Now this alone, this edge to edge alone on Ethereum's chart was a good 172%. 172%. Take that in. And this is why the cloud is king. Okay, I really like playing the cloud, specifically on Bitcoin as well as Ethereum. Okay, and there's a bunch of altcoins that it also does extremely well on, albeit not on the weekly time frame, because it does not have the price data to actually support the cloud on that time frame, but on the daily time frame and like the 12-hour time frames, it does extremely well. Okay, now one thing to note about the current cloud setup is that the cloud is green. Okay, we have a bullish TK cross, something to note, as well as we have a bullish crossover setup between the 10 simple moving average as well as that 20 simple moving average as well as the 50. Now, for those of you who have watched any of my previous Ethereum analysis videos, I like using the simple moving averages because I find that it does extremely well as good guides to price action. Now, as things stand, we're currently trending on something much lower than the weekly time frame. I mean, we haven't even lost the 10 simple. Okay, we've been trending on the 10 simple moving average since October, guys. Okay, so this uptrend on Ethereum has been pretty freaking intense. But the cloud is green, so I really like that on the weekly time frame. Let's go ahead and pan it over now to the daily time frame and see what we're doing there. And boom. Is that a bullish, mega bullish TK cross over the cloud? Let's go ahead and look at that. And yes, it is. Yes, it is. It is a mega bullish TK cross over the cloud. Okay, that was the first sign that told us that, hey, Ethereum is about to take a run. And that's exactly what it did. As soon as we saw that mega bullish TK cross that came in, now this happened on November 1st, we saw another beautiful run to the upside all the way to where we are right now, which once again, guys, would have been an 89% to the upside. Okay, and this is why also learning TA and learning very powerful trend analysis tools like the Ichimoku Cloud can give you an edge in any market, not just a bull market, but also a bear market. Now we're heading into a bull market, so it'll be very good to watch out for all the bullish signatures. But these are little things that you can learn about certain very powerful indicators that will give you some amazing trades, okay? And more importantly, keep you in your winners. Now, ETHUSD on the daily time frame is looking good. The cloud is green. We have a mega bullish TK cross over the cloud. Okay, now let's go ahead and switch on our 10 and our 20 simple moving average. That beautiful bullish crossover setup is still intact. We have the 10 SMA over the 20 SMA, and I want you to notice, once again, guys, how this is currently trending along those lines. We have not lost that daily uptrend. We have made a series of higher lows, right? 1, 2, 3. These are consecutive higher lows, and I know that a lot of people probably got shook out on some of these dips to the downside while they were intense. Now, in hindsight, everything looks perfect, right? In hindsight, everything is perfect. But if you look at these dips, these were good 23% dips to the downside. But I want you to notice how this uptrend was still pretty much intact. And now this also kind of brings me back to the entire thing of volatility. While volatility may be good, okay, now people really like seeing volatility in favor of their trade, in favor of their sentiment. But God forbid you give them volatility in the opposite direction. Okay, now the fallacy in that, guys, is that if you see volatility to the upside and massive volatility at that too, you are likely going to see the same kind of intense volatility to the downside as well. Okay, remember that. So something's got to give. It takes two to clap. Right? So make sure to kind of set your expectations. When you look at volatile charts, expect that same kind of volatility to the downside as well. Okay, now that's something that you need to prepare for. For those of you in the Mango Seed program, you guys have your risk management tools. So use those tools on volatile charts, because that is what is going to keep you in these beautiful uptrends. Yes, it's volatile, but hey, you get to stay in the meat of the trade. Okay, and more importantly, you get to be safe while being in that trade. Okay, now this is ETHUSD on the daily time frame. It looks great. Now I'm just going to quickly pan it over to the 4-hour very quickly to see what it's up to here. And honestly, if I really have to kind of get a gauge on this, now I know that some people are looking at this entire sort of consolidation here on the 4-hour time frame as something, bearish, because yes, we lost the 10, we lost the 20. But I do believe that, prudence and caution and being alert is going to pay here. Okay, I like the structure of this chart right now. And I do believe that if we manage to take back the 20 simple moving average, okay, we start closing candles over the 20 simple, I do believe we're likely going to make another push to the upside. Now remember, this is contingent on us actually closing 4-hour candles over that region of resistance. Now that is coming in at around $740. Now this is what ETHUSD is up to. My personal opinion on this chart is that it is bloody bullish. Okay, I really like what ETHUSD is doing right now. And if we start closing over that $711 region, okay, on that next weekly close, remember we close that in 2 days, I'm looking for this to make another move to the upside. Okay, I really like what ETHUSD is doing, but now the golden question, and that's what everyone is after, is it going to outperform Bitcoin? Well, if you really want to get a gauge on that, let's get onto the ETHBTC pair. Now, this is ETHBTC on Binance. I don't know why it's on Binance, so let's kind of change that up. I'm actually going to pull it up on Poloniex. Okay, now I am picking Poloniex because, well, it has more price history to it. However, you're going to find these really weird candles every now and then because of low liquidity order books. But we will sort of ignore that for now. As far as horizontals and, well, the overall trend is concerned, it should pretty much be, well, the same. Okay, now let's quickly get onto the monthly time frame because, well, we did close a monthly on, well, this as well. Okay, so now ETHBTC, I will only be dissecting this chart on those macro timeframes, so monthly and weekly, and that's it. Okay, so let's quickly get onto this ETHBTC monthly time frame. We close that monthly. I'm going to first start off with my high-level horizontals, and I remember what the dashboard told us, right? The dashboard on the 4-day gave us a short trend change 10 days ago. Now, for those of you who did take that trend change, you are up 10% or 8% or something, but you're in profit. That is the bottom line. But what is to note here, okay, is that Bitcoin is the star right now, guys. Okay, Bitcoin is the star. And by comparing one bullish asset, okay, which is Bitcoin, to another bullish asset, which we just established, Ethereum is in a bull market. Okay, Ethereum is also trending to the upside. You are essentially comparing one bull to another bull. Okay, so now this is where your priorities really come into play. This is where you ask yourself some really, really key questions. Is that what is more important to you? Is it collecting USD? Right? Do you want to do well in terms of USD, or do you want to do well in terms of BTC? Is your goal to collect BTC? Okay, so these are key questions as a trader that you need to ask yourself. Now, if you are more concerned about BTC, okay, if you're wondering, should you be trading in your Bitcoin for Ethereum, this is the chart you need to be looking at. Okay, but if you're coming in with USD and you're asking yourself, should I be trading in my USD for Ethereum? The ETHUSD chart is what you need to be looking at. Okay, now if you are someone who's wondering, oh, should I get into Ethereum or BTC with my US dollars? Well, look at the ETHBTC chart and, well, this is going to basically tell you which is the stronger trending asset. All right, it's very simple. Just kind of get a grip on what your priority is, because that is going to make this entire bull market very, very easy for you. Okay, that is going to be the key macro question that you need to ask yourself. Now, everyone is different. You don't have to be in line with everyone else, but make sure that the answer to that question is established, because that is going to help guide you in all your trading decisions. You do not want to be flip-flopping from one chart to another, because that will lead to a death by 1,000 cuts. Do not do that. Okay, now ETHBTC, that's enough of my lecture. ETHBTC, I don't know, I lost my chart. Great. This is what happens when you go off on a tangent. Perfect. Now here we are. I did mark a horizontal at around 274 sats. Okay, and as you can see, that last monthly candle of December 2020 closed underneath that point of, well, support, then now turned resistance. Now this is essentially telling us that Bitcoin is still the better asset between the two. Bitcoin is the more bullish cryptocurrency between the two. Okay, this is what that is telling me. Now, I'm going to go ahead and mark another point of, well, support right around here, which is coming in at 218 sats. Now, it's only if Ethereum actually manages to take out 274 to the upside once again, we start living over that once again, will I really be anticipating Ethereum outperforming Bitcoin. Until that happens, I think Bitcoin is very much in control. Okay, that is the truth of it. The chart kind of speaks, it's the gospel here, okay? The chart is painting the picture for us, and this is the picture. We're nobody to argue with it. But if we manage to take that to the upside once again on the monthly time frame, the next point of resistance only comes in at 379 sats. Okay, now once again, this is going to be an if this then that, but as far as ETHBTC on the monthly time frame goes, we're currently in a nice narrow range there. Now let's quickly get onto the weekly time frame and also go ahead and switch on our Ichimoku Cloud. Okay, and there we go, and it's looking weak here. Okay, we're currently in a downtrend. We lost that higher low that was put in, and that was the first tip off. That was going to tell us that, hey, Bitcoin might be taking a much more bigger leg up than Ethereum. Yes, Ethereum may move, but Bitcoin is going to move that much more. Okay, that's what this candle told us. Now, Ethereum BTC on the Ichimoku is actually kind of, while it is in a downtrend, it's kind of looking interesting, especially since we found cloud support here at around 247 sats. If price breaks cloud support, then we're likely coming all the way down to 218 sats. Okay, so far the picture is looking rather weak, right? What I'll be looking for, honestly, is for us to take back that 50 simple moving average, which is also lining up with that 274 point of resistance. Okay, support then, now turn resistance. But yeah, I think the picture right now is basically telling us that Bitcoin is still the stronger asset. Okay, if you have to really pick between Bitcoin and Ethereum, Bitcoin is still the more bullish asset to be in. Okay, now this could take a turn, yes, but I'll be looking for more signatures like us actually taking out the next point of resistance to really confirm whether or not Ethereum could likely take over, whether or not Ethereum could likely outperform in the near future. Okay, but so far, BTC is still very much in control. However, Ethereum, guys, on the USD chart, now remember, that is the chart that tells you whether or not Ethereum is in a bull market. And Ethereum is in a bull market because ETHUSD is looking absolutely phenomenal. We have not lost that uptrend ever since March of 2020. Let that sink in. Okay, now until this really takes a turn, I will not be looking to trade in my Bitcoin for Ethereum. All right, now that's the story for you for Ethereum. I would love to hear everyone's thoughts on Ethereum. So if you have any additional analysis, if you're seeing patterns, if you're seeing anything at all on Ethereum's chart, let me know in the comment section below. And yeah, this is all I have for you for today with this, guys. Trade safely, trade stress-free, trade the mango way, trade the easy way. Ciao, guys.